All right, welcome back to Math Today. Happy Monday. Hopefully you had a good snowy weekend. We are all slogging along here at school, so thanks for joining us. This is our Monday, so this is your Tuesday. But we are reviewing on the board over there. Who can tell me what's on for math? Andrew, put your book away. Josiah, what's it say?
Compare and order fractions.
Compare and order fractions. Part of that should sound familiar. Did we work on comparing fractions last week?
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to warm up with that, and then we're going to talk about what the ordering part means. But it's really, what if I gave you 4 fractions? Could you compare them and put them in order from least to greatest?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing today. Okay? So nothing really new. We're just talking about comparing fractions in a new way. Cadence?
So I'm thinking about decimals.
No decimals yet, just fractions. So, first thing, let's warm up by just comparing 2 fractions, okay? I'm going to write them up here. We're going to do one all together because it's been a while. Maybe we forgot the steps. So let's compare 3/4 and 6/8. 3/4 and 6/8. When I write, you write. Don't make me ask you that every single time. Some people are already getting started. I think they remember the steps. Okay, now when we want to compare, what do we have to make sure is going on with our denominator? Because right now, we are not ready to compare these fractions. Caden?
Because the denominators need to be the same.
Yes. Okay. Are we going to try to change our 4 into an 8 or the 8 into a 4? Abby? 4 into an 8. So go ahead and write times something over something equals something over 8. Give you a minute to write that down. Okay, who can tell me what we fill in here? I need everyone listening. Back row. Zoe, what do we fill in?
2.
2. 2 goes in the bottom. It also goes on the top. 3 times 2 is 6.
6.
Ah.
It's equal to.
So these fractions are exactly the same, right? Okay, let's try one more where that might not be the case. Please erase with me.
I've already done.
All right, this time let's do 4/12 and 2/4. 4/12 and 2/4. Go ahead and write that down, and then I want you to decide which denominator needs changing. Liam?
On the last one, 3/4 and 6/8, it's just 2 times.
You're right. Yep. Angie?
2/4.
2/4. All right, so we're going to change your 2/4 so it has the same denominator as up here. So everyone on your board, go ahead and do this. We should all know how to do this by now. Our target denominator we want is a 12. I'm going to give you a head start to finish, then check your work with mine. Okay, those of you not writing on your whiteboards, you're the ones missing out. Get your whiteboards going. Markers.
I don't have a.
Okay, grab some paper. All right, what should we have put here? Madeline?
3 and 3.
Yep, 3s. And 2 times 3 is 6. So now we can compare our fractions. This one's bigger. Any questions on all that? That was all what we learned last week, and I think you guys are rocking at that. All right. So today, the only change we're going to make is by adding in more than 2 fractions. So maybe you have 3 fractions, and they say put these in order from least to greatest. Can we get them in order if we get them all to have the same denominator and compare them? Okay, same steps. You need to get your denominator to match. So, we will start with an easy-ish one. Let's see. Let's start with super easy. Put those in order from least to greatest on your whiteboards. Least to greatest. I should see all your pens writing. Thank you, those of you that are working with me when I ask you. Which fraction's the least? Noah? 1/5. We only have 1/5. Which one's in the middle? Abby? 4/5. And which one's largest? Eric? 5/5. Was that pretty easy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you can get your denominators to match, comparing fractions and putting them in order is a piece of cake. Okay? Let's try a harder one. All right. So let's 3/6,
Oh no.
8/12, and 1/6. All right. If we want to put those in order from least to greatest, what do we need to do first? Because we can't compare fractions that have different denominators, right? So what should we do first? Hayden?
Well, you should put your 1/6 in the first place. First place is 1/6, and then the middle.
Are you
place.
saying you could just kind of tell that by mentally looking? Okay. So some of you might be getting familiar enough with fractions that you can do this, right? I know that 1/6 is very small, right? What do we know that 3/6 looks like? What do we know about that? Angie?
It's kind of in the middle.
It's halfway, right? Halfway. Is 8/12 more than half?
Yeah. No.
6/12 would be exactly half. So could we put this in order without even doing our math?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Hayden, you were right. 1/6 is going to go first, and then 3/6, and then 8/12. Okay, but what if you didn't know that? How could we figure this out? Josiah?
Just use the multiplication stuff.
Yeah. And you're getting faster at this. It won't take as long. Could we change both of these denominators into 12s? Yes. Okay. So if I've got 1/6 times something over something to equal 12, I know that I'll have to have 2's. Okay. And then for 3/6, can I write that with a denominator of 12 without multiplying? Can I do it in my head? What would 1 or 3/6 be in 12s? Josiah?
It would be 6.
6, right? It's half of the bottom. Are you guys all noticing that? Anytime the top is half of the bottom, it means 1/2.
And you could even go farther with that.
You could. All right, so now once we've all got the same denominators, I could say, well, 2/12 is the smallest, and that's the 1/6. 6/12 is in the middle, that's my 3/6. And 8/12 is bigger than 6/12. Okay, that's just one example. Questions so far? We're going to do more. No? No? Okay. All right. This time, you're all going to do it with me. All right. Let's do... I'm going to pick one right off your homework. All right, we've got 4/8, 7/16, and 9/16. I'm going to wait till every single student writes those on their boards. I'm getting kind of tired of some of you not doing so. Got to stick with us, or the learning's not as meaningful.
I'm tired. I'm also.
Okay, that's a simple fix. Just ask me for one. All right, sorry those of you at home. I'm not going to move on until everyone here writes that down. So we'll just wait. Let's go. Some of you haven't started writing still. Let's go. Hopefully you at home are keeping up with me better. Okay. Out of those 3 fractions, which one do we need to fix so the denominators match? Noah? 4/8. All right. So you just copy down your 4/8 times something over something equals something over 16. And then all of our denominators match. Quentin, what has to go here to make it true?
A2.
A 2. And then we have to put one on the top. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. Could some of you have done this in your head without doing all that math?
Yes.
Okay. If you can, feel free to do so. If not, this isn't too hard. Just do it, okay? So we know that 4/8 is the same as 8/16. Okay, don't forget, you've got to keep them matched up. I used to mess that up when I was younger. So, we have 8/16, 7/16, and 9/16. Which one's the smallest? Emma?
7/16.
So you'd write 7/16 first, okay, then a comma. You got to separate them with commas so I can see what's happening. Hayden, what would be next?
8/16,
8/16,
and then 9.
all right, and then 9/16. Any questions? Okay. I don't think this is super difficult, and we're doing this again tomorrow. So by the end of today and tomorrow, you should be an expert at comparing fractions, right? Most of you already are. And if I gave you, what if I gave you 5 fractions? Could you still figure it out?
Yep.
It would just take more steps, right? But you could do it. All right. Those of you at home, good luck today. We're going to do the same thing again tomorrow. We'll see you later.
Peace.